testing for the modern rotisserie draft. Sam Black is going to join me. Hopefully somebody out there can confirm that my stream is up and running. And we'll get some games in. Yes, I would like to play first. That draw's terrible. It's got 5 lands in it. That's a keeper. Cool. Hi, Jake. Glad I am up and running. Let's see how the deck performs. Shell Dock Isle. Lovely. Sam has, well, he's going to have to discard, so. Goblin Guide, clearly no drawback, right? Yeah, Sam's got the crazy ramp Karoo deck, essentially. Oh, Summer Bloom. Lovely. Yeah, I got nothing. Here comes Summer Bloom. If he manages to ramp into giant things, that's just bad for me. But what are you going to do? See what happens. Hi, Lazar. Lazarofen? What is a modern rotisserie draft? That's a great question. So it started at a dinner amongst the coverage team after a Grand Prix. And the idea was, if every single card in Modern was available, what would you pick? What would be the first card that you would take? This is following up on a format called Vintage Rotisserie Draft that has been played a little bit by some guys here in the Seattle area. Get Thragtusk. Oh, Thragtusk is not good for me, but so the idea is that every single card in Modern is available, and 8 of us just drafted decks. This is not the Gauntlet of Greatness. I will be playing the Gauntlet of Greatness tomorrow. I'll play the Gauntlet of Greatness match for this week tomorrow. This is, yeah, a bunch of guys on the coverage team, and 8 of us put decks together. We've been drafting it over the last couple of weeks, and Sam's going to crunch me with stupid Worm Coil Engine. Yeah, so I'm practicing. This is warm-up. The main event starts in about 45 minutes. Sam was just around, so we were going to play test a little bit. What do I do about friggin' Worm Coil Engine? Jeez. I mean, what am I going to do? I just have to go around it, right? Ugh. Oh, if I grenade my Rabble Master, then at least I don't have to attack? Wow. Yeah, it's a singleton format, so you only get 1 of each card. That's right. The hell do I do about Worm Coil Engine on whatever, turn 3 or 4 or something? I think... Do I have to grenade away my Rabble Master so that my other creatures aren't obliged to attack? I think that's my line. Let's see if we can get there. Crazy. Rotisserie comes from, it's funny, I guess the name originally came from rotisserie baseball drafts, where you would draft from every baseball player that was available. And it was called rotisserie because they invented it at a place where there were like rotisserie chickens for sale. Just like the whole spinning chicken thing. Yeah, he just attacks into me. This is not good. So every card's available. I mean, so whatever. The name is just become a name for a draft format where every card is available. It's imagine, every card is on the table, face up in front of you, and you just take turns picking. Wow. Lifelink is such a beating. Ugh. I'm well, thank you. I hope. Apparently, I'm going to need the luck if I play against Sam, because he does things like giant life-linking creatures. Yeah, this is just ugly. That thing flips. Wow, this matchup is way worse than I thought it was. Yeah, if anyone takes a card, it's just gone. So you can go look at, we drafted in a Google Doc that's publicly available. You can just go look and see all the cards that everybody drafted. Unbelievable. This is just ugly. All right. I didn't think this matchup was quite this bad. I have a suspension field to bring in for his fatties. I mean, do these even do anything? He's not white. I guess several of his creatures die to these. So we'll try that. Something like that. Thank you for posting the link. Yeah, that's perfect. Rashad's deck is definitely going to be interesting. I think he was straddling. Maybe he was going to mill us. Maybe he was going to mill himself. A bunch of us grabbed Eldrazi to make sure it would be really hard to mill us out. And so now he's definitely a self-mill deck. Basically seems to be planning to win with Monastery Mentor. Oh, this Revelry doesn't do anything. I should have taken that out. I feel like the draws I'm getting are also bad. I don't know. Maybe my deck's worse than I thought. I keep getting... I'm only playing 15 lands, so it doesn't seem like I should be drawing as many lands against him as I'm drawing. Yeah, festivity should start in about 45 minutes. Oh, I guess I should update the score to be fair. Sam's crushing me. 3-0. Has not been good so far, that is for sure. Sure, Sylvan Caryatid. Do I go around it, or do I go up and over? I probably go around it. Yeah, thanks for posting the article. There is definitely, jeez, just getting demolished. It was depressing. I thought my deck was good. Well, I hope I don't compare it against Sam. I think this 2-life matters. Let's make sure we have white mana. Yeah, there's 8 of us drafting. You've seen the links to the draft, hopefully. I believe everyone involved is going to be streaming. I think that Aaron Forsyth and Adam Prozac are going to take turns streaming on the Magic channel. But pretty much everybody is streaming. I kind of want that to survive. 3 to an opponent and my creatures get bigger. Sounds good. Now here's where he plays Thragtusk or Wormcoil Engine or something along the... Oh, Inferno Titan. That'll do too. Ugh. Beatings. This matchup is just plain worse than I thought it was. Wow. Yeah, Brian's not actually going to be able to play, but Josh Monk's will tag in for him. Now I have like a 2-turn Collector Inferno Titan. Why did we invite Sam to this draft anyway? Yeah. The matchup is worse than I thought it was. But these things happen. So folks should start gathering online in like half an hour or so. We'll roll up some pairings. It's going to be 3 rounds of Swiss, and then cut to the top 4. Whoever the 3-0 drafter is, they get to choose their semifinal opponent, which I actually think is kind of a cool wrinkle. And they get to play first. I don't think the BDM match is quite as bad. It isn't the sweepers that are going to get me. The sweepers are not... I mean, the sweepers are annoying. Pyroclasm is the most annoying, though. None of his sweepers are as good as Pyroclasm. And... yeah, it's the life gain creatures that are getting me. It's Thragtusk and Wormcoil Engine, and Brian doesn't really have those. I feel like I can recover from sweepers. So this is the way I've got the deck built. I could still change the main deck at this point. I feel really good about the Green Splash. There was a run on swords. So like 5 of the drafters had a sword, plus this kills Splinter Twin Parks, Splinter Twin. So I'm pretty sure I want to run Destructive Revelry main, and Atarka's Command is just awesome in this deck. It is going to start in 40 minutes. I've been practicing. Yeah, we'll throw up. Let me update the score. Sam crushed me. That matchup is bad. Oh, several players are doing practice games. Cool. I didn't realize other people were up and running. That's kind of awesome. Who else is up and running so far? Is it just Sam? Yeah, Real Deals in 35, 37. Sounds about right. So here's my deck. I've got white for Mentor, Chain to the Rocks main with Suspension Field in the sideboard. I've got the Boros Charm and the Lightning Helix. So I feel pretty good about the white splash. I think Atarka's Command is just great in my deck, because if you look at what I've actually got, I make a lot of token creatures, right? Dragon Fodder, Krenko's Command, Hordling Outburst, Rabblemaster, Mentor, and Young Pyromancer. Just spit out a bunch of tokens. So it should be that Atarka's Command is really good in my deck. It should be that Goblin War Driver is really good in my deck. And then Hellrider is just insane sitting up here at the top of my curve along with the hero. So a pair of hasty Battlecry or Battlecry equivalent creatures You know, a bunch of 1-drops. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1-mana creatures. I mean, this is basically the deck that I set out to draft. I think it's really good. Although Sam just kind of showed me both sides of his hand. Sam's my worst matchup. I think, yeah. The way seeing now how it played out, he's got a Radiant Fountain that he can pick up with all of his Karus. He's got the Thrag Tusk. It's a pretty bad matchup. Part of the reason I grabbed that Suspension Field was to bring it against him. Yeah, I have no idea how Rashad's deck works either. We'll find out. Yeah, I felt like Core Firewalker was the only hoser that I just didn't think I could attack around. So I made sure to kill it relatively early in the draft. Just throw it in my sideboard and forget about it. Here, I can pull the rest of my sideboard out where you guys can see it. It's possible that Searing Blood or Searing Blaze belongs in the main deck. I mean, there's a decent number of creature decks. Yeah, no one knows what's going on with Rashad's deck. There's a decent number of creature decks in the field. I've kind of got the main deck configured. It's also like this Goblin Grenade deals so much damage, and it kind of feels fun. I'll be honest. It feels fun to attack and win with Goblin Grenade. So I have the Goblin Grenade in the main deck right now. It just deals 5 damage. I think I'm going to run it like this. I mean, I've got about half a dozen things that either make goblins or are goblins, or both, in the case of Rabble Master. So I think half a dozen goblins is good enough to run the 5 damage for 1 mana. But I don't really have the burn version of the deck, right? I did not get the Lava Spike. I did not get the Rift Bolt. I mean, I chose not to. I could have gone burn heavy, but it didn't feel like I could have a really good mana curve if I went burn heavy. So I didn't get the Lava Spike or the Rift Bolt. I didn't get the Eidolon. And that's kind of that was the fork in the road. The way I saw it was, am I a creature deck or am I a burn deck? And I decided I was a creature deck. I decided that it was all incinerates. Like, if you want to be a burn deck after you go past the Lava Spike and the Rift Bolt, you know, I have the Lightning Bolt, obviously, but then there just aren't 1-mana burn spells. You wind up with a bunch of incinerates in your deck, and it just felt a little too clunky. So what I have is, I think, a really good curve, a good beatdown deck, removal, you know, some decent reach, I think. You know, some mana sinks if I get flooded a little bit. I only have to run 15 land because my curve is obviously 10, 10, 3, 2. I think this is the way I want to play it. Goblin Grenade means we're a combo deck. I could cut the Goblin Grenade. It just feels fun. Oh, thanks. Yeah, last night was kind of depressing. Yeah, the Ulamog in the sideboard. Pure Rashad hate. I actually think Rashad got me a little bit because he was drafting. I put him on self-mill. He was drafting, you know, he obviously wanted to make the statement with the first round, what was it, Glimpse the Unthinkable, or whatever the hell that card is called. First round Glimpse the Unthinkable. And obviously he's making a statement, he's planting a flag, whatever you want to call it. I had him on self-mill for a while, but he actually drafted a card that can only mill the opponent. I think Mind Sculpt is target opponent. He puts the top 7 cards from their library into their graveyard. So I'm like, oh, well, if he's going to be milling us, then I should grab Ulamog, and he can't mill me out while I have Ulamog in my deck. And if I draw it, I can just discard it. So I'm almost always going to have it in my deck. I mean, obviously there are things that he can do. He can, you know, remove it as with the trigger on the stack and shenanigans. But I think once all 3 of us grabbed Eldrazi, now Sam's probably trying to cast his, to be fair. He's going to cheat Emrakul into play. But Rashad, maybe he was planning to do this the whole time, but he's now, I'm pretty sure, a self-mill deck. He's going to be killing people with a Laboratory Maniac. I don't particularly fear Laboratory Maniac. I mean, maybe it's another reason I want Searing Blaze in my main deck. Yeah, I think Goblin Guide's too much fun. I haven't played Goblin Guide in forever. Probably run the Goblin Guide. But yeah, Rashad's going to be lab maniacing people. Chris Buckle is showing up in chat. Sam crushed me with life gain creatures. Okay. See if Chris wants to test. See if I can get another practice match. My mana's great, right? Yeah, not only does he have the Shell Dock, he also has Summoning Trap that he can cheat Emrakul into play with. I have all the red fetch lands. I have the Mire, yeah, Tarn, Wooded Foothills, Arid Mesa. So I have all 4 of the red fetch lands. Then I have the Stomping Grounds and the Battlefield Forge. And yeah, I'm running Clifftop Retreat because it's mostly free. My mana's great. All right, Bakula wants to play this. Host a new match. Matches have been serious. Don't forget. All right, let's change this to Chris. Good, I can erase this whole Sam thing. There we go. All right. Yeah, it seems fine. It's 4 land. 15 land deck keeps drawing lands. Guess I just get the green mana now, right? I have nothing else to do on turn 1. Fun. Feels like a good draw. Certainly goes wide and deals a ton of damage, right? See what happens. 4/4. He kind of has to leave that on defense, right? I think I can just attack around it. See how this goes. Stream seems to be reasonable quality, guys. Seems like everything's up and running and working. I don't know, 4th line, he's just, okay. That's fine. What else you got? Policeman. Do I just Hero of Oxid Ridge? I mean, I can also Atarka's Command Goblin Grenade. Feels like the hero is more mana efficient, and then next turn I can do these. I think that's right. Rah! Oh, what is this ability? Yeah, it doesn't matter how I start them, right? No blocking with Pilgrim, which is kind of cool. So he can either trade his lion for the hero and take 10. Looks like that's what he's going to do. All right. Yes, Misty Rainforest. Keep going. Yes, I will push highlights to YouTube. So after the stream, I'll push things to YouTube. And I am going to watch, I'll keep watching all the way through the finals, even if I don't make the finals. So there will definitely be coverage on my channel of the end of the tournament, one way or the other. Hopefully I'm playing in it. But even if I'm not playing in it, I'll stream it. I just win, right? This deals 3. I mean, I think this is lethal. Block, block, block. 2 guys get through for 2, 4, 7. Yeah. This feels much better. I believe just about everyone in the draft will be streaming. I don't know who's up and running so far. So 3 to an opponent, +1, +1. Still doesn't kill the smiter or the warden, but what are you going to do? He got something. What is he doing for green and 1? Is he have Dromoka's command or some sort of fight thing? So he prevents the 3 from this and kills one of my guys? And takes 2 down to 7? That's annoying. Oh, but this... Oh, and he fights as a response. It's all very annoying. So the smiter doesn't die. He takes 2 down to 7. Huh. Okay, that was annoying. Adam does have gift strike for Iona. BDM stand-in is going to be streaming. Josh Monks. I think he's War Monks. It's his channel. Oh, that gets lifelink? Lame. There's just way more lifelink creatures than I thought there were. Yeah, that command was insane. Scalping Grenade has not looked great. I don't know. Yes, command versus command from the week-old set. Good God. Which one is this? Red and white, my colors. I have seen enough. Wow. Is Combust just good against him? How many white and blue creatures does he have? He's got... Most of his creatures are white. Brimaz. I think I'm gonna try it. Yeah, definitely take out the grenade. What do I take out for all these cards? Huh. Do I need the Wear Terror? Probably want the Wear Terror. Yes, the Ulamog Tech. I think I want the Wear Terror. I don't know what I'm taking out. Let's try this, see what happens. I've run into the only 2 decks. I see that there's... I hope I have run into the only 2 decks with significant life gain, because I have definitely run into more life gain in my 2 matches of play testing than I expected to in the tournament. So I no longer have confidence that I know how much random life gain is out there. I'm aware of the Skullcrack mode on Atarka's command. I mean, I was going for the kill there. I thought I was supposed to go for the kill. This seems pretty good. Probably. Let's get a mountain. Take it! Might have been fun to get Pyromancer down first, but kill the elf. No, I'm pretty sure I have to go around. So let's get started with those. I don't particularly want to feed a goblin into the Burrington Forge Tender, so. Yeah, Gauntlet of Greatness has been postponed until tomorrow. I had new carpet installed in the computer room behind me. It's much cleaner than it's ever been before, probably since we moved into the house, and they just didn't finish. I thought I was going to be able to stream that at 3, and I just couldn't. So do I save this fetch land so that I can trigger Searing Blades? Is that what happens? I think I kind of have to. But it makes it painful to go get land. I think that's how this works, though. Also, I kind of want to draw a land so I can get Hellrider up. If I let him spend mana on that? If I crack this, though, and don't cast Searing Blaze, I guess I have to trust that I'm going to draw a land eventually. Chris says, yeah, this card worries me. So Chris is around, I'm around, Sam's around, Josh is around. Half the draft. We have the 3/3. Attack with Zergo? Why can't he block? Oh, Burrington Forge Tender can't block Zergo? No, that's not true. Zergo just runs into Burrington Forge Tender and doesn't do anything. This is a drawback, not an advantage. Oh, Rashad and Marshall are streaming. Sweet. I guess they're around. How do I do this? Can't really Hellrider an attack, which is what I actually want to do. I think I just have to do this. And then I legitimately don't know if he's going to sack Forge Tender. but I think I'm okay with either result here. I am All-Star trainee. But I'm playing under my coverage account here because I don't have all the cards. All right, well, we got Forge Tender off the board. And now I can attack with things. We just attack with Zergo. Maybe I should attack with Mentor. If he wants to double block, then maybe I was okay with that. We should get some pairings. The draft was kind of fun to watch. Look, I'm happy with how my deck turned out. I think the draft was fun to watch, like checking in on the spreadsheet periodically, and I kind of enjoy that. I certainly have watched my share of rotisserie drafts over the years, even when I was not in them. I have the mutagenic growth. Oh, this guy's gonna get life linked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. I feel like Hellrider is not yet good enough. So let's get the stupid Warden out of the way. Oh, Exalted Kasali Pride Mage is just going to get it back. But at least I've reset it, right? He can't. Yeah, if he gets it back, he can't make it bigger. So maybe this will work. Goblin. Yeah, I think anybody 2/2 or bigger can afford to attack here. Yeah. Oh, I should have sent the elemental. Modern Rotisserie Draft is 8 players drafting from a card pool that includes every card legal in Modern, but only 1 copy of each card. So the Batterskull was the first pick, etc. Well, he went down to 7. What does Johnny do here? Oh, am I dead to Flying and Double Strike and Exalted? That's annoying. Flying, Double Strike, Exalted, 6/6, sad. Sort of survived all the lifelink, but damn. So my playtesting has resulted in 6 game losses. I haven't won a game yet. My deck looks good to me. Am I just wrong? Is my deck actually terrible? I don't know. Chris Pacula is going to grab a drink, and then he will start streaming. Yeah, dreams have been crushed. Look, I'm just going to keep smashing people. It should work. The deck seems good in theory. Hasn't been good in practice yet, but hey, these are just the warm-up games, right? I think this deck should be fine. I know that Forsyth and Prozac had meetings until 6. They're just now getting off work, right? It's Wizards. It's on the West Coast. Those guys have jobs. I mean, Chris has been off work for a while out on the East Coast, but Chris and Adam and Adam, Aaron and Adam will be arriving at the last minute. That's their names, Aaron and Adam. Right, yeah, worst thing that happens, I lose. I lost a bunch yesterday. I survived. The sun still came up this morning, right? God, I got crushed yesterday. I was hoping I could redeem myself tonight, though. See, crushed in VSL. His draws in game 3 were insane. My matchup in game 2 was awful. And yeah, he outdrew me in game 1. These things happen. I didn't play perfectly. Made some judgment calls that I know the announcers didn't always agree with. But yeah, I could have started with the Splinter Twin. Anyway, we're about 10 minutes away from our nominal start time. Aaron and Adam will be showing up right around 6. I'm trying to get. We've got a Skype chat going on the side, so we can keep track of pairings and who's done what. Yeah, looks like Marshall is up and running. Oh, awesome! Aaron's calling me. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, is there some room or something I need to join, or is this?
Yeah. If you did you accept my? Here, let me add you to the chat.
Just
Sorry, you just now accepted my contact stuff. So I just added you to the chat room. Say hi, Aaron. You should be able to see the chat room where the rest of us are hanging out now.
Where are you, chat room?
You see it?
No.
Meanwhile, my stream says hi.
Hi.
Do you see Modern Roto Draft should have come up as a chat that I just added you to? If you go to like recent on the left-hand side or something.
Does that sound working okay?
All right, pairings. We have pairings. Rashad plays Randy. Adam plays Chris. Aaron plays Sam. And BDM plays Marshall, with the part of BDM being played by Josh Monks. Let's see, I have Rashad in this. I think Aaron found this.